Rose Zary and the Royal Emerald Secret by Darling James Miramay.
Chapter 13. Meeting the Mayor. The rain increased, pounding against the windowsill and creating strange rhythms. Just moments ago, they had listened to the ancient lady's traumatic confession. They sat in silence, contemplating their next move, the determined faces of Rose, Sarah, and Conor illuminated by the dim light. Rose, her features set with resolve, broke the silence. "We have to stop her, guys," Rose declared steadily and firmly. Sarah nodded, her brow furrowed with concern. "But how? She's too powerful for us." Conor, his jaw set with determination, chimed in, "We'll figure something out." Conor reached into his pocket and pulled out a postcard. The glossy image illustrated New York City's mayor, accompanied by the slogan, "Getting the job done for you. Vote for my re-election. Meet me at City Hall anytime." He held it up for Sarah and Rose to see. Sarah's expression registered surprise as she read the postcard. "Let's go to City Hall," she suggested, tinged with a newfound hope. Rose nodded in agreement, her breath quickening with excitement and fear. Just as they were about to leave, the door creaked open, and their mom stepped in, her face etched with worry. "Rose, would you please show me the emerald?" Mom requested. Rose hesitated, her fingers instinctively tightening around the precious stone. She didn't want to part with it, not even for a moment. "Mom?" she questioned, her voice laced with reluctance. Mom's expression turned serious. "I have to visit Dr. Primark. He's a gemologist. I would like to request his insight into this stone." Rose's protective instincts kicked in. "Mom, you need to promise to not leave it there," she insisted. Mom looked at Rose with understanding. "I promise I won't leave it there." Rose took a deep breath, the responsibility of the emerald and her trust in her mom weighing on her. She knew they had a bigger battle ahead, but for now, Rose had to trust that her mom would keep her promise. She handed over the emerald, her mind already racing with plans for their next move. Sometimes, kids can easily achieve what adults cannot, especially in an election year. Rose was particularly good at getting what she wanted. The next day, the kids managed to secure a meeting with the mayor of New York City. As they stepped into the mayor's office, they were amazed by how fancy it was. The walls were covered in shiny wood panels, and huge windows showed off the incredible city skyline. The mayor's desk was a massive piece of polished wood, covered with piles of papers and a few framed photos. Behind the desk, a large portrait of the mayor hung proudly. In one corner, the flag of New York City stood tall. Its vertical stripes of blue, white, and orange represented the city's Dutch history, and the seal in the center displayed the city's coat of arms. Next to the flag, a large, old-fashioned clock ticked loudly, its pendulum swinging back and forth, marking the passage of time. "Welcome, welcome, my friends. Where are your parents? Please tell them to vote for me. Any donations are also welcome. Every dollar counts." "What's the situation?" the mayor greeted. The kids started to explain the situation to him. The clock on the wall changed from 12 p.m. to 12:05 p.m. "I'm sorry, kids. I believe you, but we have a budget deficit to deal with right now. I just don't have the resources to protect the Statue of Liberty from this ancient lady," the mayor sighed. "But Mayor, it's a national treasure. We can't let her take it," Rose pleaded. "I understand, but my hands are tied." "I'm sorry," the mayor stated kindly. The mayor gave each kid a green apple. "No lollipops?" Conor asked. "No. Healthy snacks only." The mayor waved goodbye as the kids headed out, feeling determined to find another way to protect the Statue of Liberty. "I can't believe he won't help us," Rose expressed with deep disappointment. "What are we going to do now?" Sarah insisted. As they continued down the hallway, they noticed a strange figure lurking in the shadows. It was a ghostly apparition wearing old-fashioned clothing, resembling someone from the time when the Statue of Liberty was built. "Guys, do you see that?" Conor whispered. "Is that a ghost?" Rose wondered, surprised. The ghostly figure approached the kids and spoke in a soft, eerie tone. "Greetings, young ones. I see you have been given the apples of wisdom. Interesting that the mayor still uses apples to promote city. I will guide you on your quest to protect Lady Liberty," the ghost intoned mysteriously. "Who are you? How do you know about our mission?" Sarah inquired curiously. "I am a spirit from a time long past. My name is Pulitzer, Joseph Pulitzer," the ghost revealed enigmatically. "Wait, like the Pulitzer Prize, as the highest national honor in journalism?" Rose questioned. "Yes, but I also raised money with my newspaper to build the pedestal for the Statue of Liberty. You need to work independently from government to protect Lady Liberty. I have been watching over her ever since. The apples you hold could be a clue, but there is more to uncover," the ghost advised wisely. "Please, can you tell us more?" Rose asked determinedly. "Seek the truth in the past, where copper meets the air, and the torch's secret will be revealed. Remember, the answer lies within the apples and the history of Lady Liberty herself," the ghost instructed. The ghostly figure faded away, leaving the kids in awe and wonder. "This is another clue. We need to find out more about the history of the Statue of Liberty and how it connects to the apples of wisdom," Conor declared. The sun was beginning to dip below the horizon as Rose, Sarah, and Conor pedaled their bikes along the bustling Manhattan promenade. The cool evening air nipped at their cheeks, and the sounds of laughter and chatter from other kids surrounded them. Rose still felt the thrill from handling the weight of the emerald, and the promise her mom had made, but the rhythmic motion of biking helped to calm her nerves. Conor, always the jokester, broke the silence with a grin. "You know what? To be a clue or not to be a clue, that is the question. I don't know, but I know that I'm hungry. Let's stop and eat the apples." They pulled over to a bench, the sunset casting a warm glow over the pier. The area was exquisitely ornamented with a garden, featuring a variety of flowers in full bloom, creating a stunning decoration along the river view. Roses in shades of red, pink, and yellow bloomed brilliantly, accompanied by white sneezewort and red clover in the verdant landscape. High green hedges outlined the pathways, and the sweet aroma of lavender scented the air. Tall grasses swayed rhythmically in the breeze, adding a gentle, soothing motion to the scene. Among the grasses, white chamomile and white oxeye daisies dotted the landscape. The garden was a perfect blend of nature and art, almost like a wild meadow, attracting colorful butterflies that danced among the flowers. Garden heliotrope, with its pink and white flowers, and bright yellow dandelions added vibrant colors to the scene. Purple willowherb thrived in the wetter areas near the river, while the yellow flowers of wood avens peeked out from the edges of the garden. The beauty of the garden enhanced the serene view of the river and the setting sun, making it a perfect spot to enjoy the late June evening. However, Conor paid no attention to the natural scenery. Instead, he eyed the apple suspiciously before taking a bite. Conor looked at the apple and started his interrogation like a cowboy sizing up an outlaw. "Listen here, fruity friend," he began, his voice filled with mock seriousness. "Are you one of those enchanted apples, are ya? You're not gonna turn me into a frog, right? 'Cause let me tell you, I ain't got time for no 100-year naps or having 7 dwarfs as roommates. And I definitely don't want to see my kitchen appliances dancing the tango." He took a cautious, minuscule bite, mentally preparing for the worst. "Don't you go changing my hands into glass slippers like Ariel, or give me a tail like Belle, or make me sprout fur and fangs like Cinderella." He paused, his face scrunched up, waiting for the inevitable magical mayhem. "I'm not sure now, could I say something wrong to you?" But the apple remained an apple. Okay, he chuckled, relieved. "This is just your average apple. No magic spells here. False alarm, everyone." He grinned, holding up the apple like a trophy. "Phew. No fairy godmothers on speed dial needed here. Just an apple. Conor, you mess with the princess's fairy tales definitely, but it's okay as long as you are yourself." Sarah grinned. Rose looked out at the sunset. "Hey Sarah, this beautiful view reminds me of the Japanese flag. White with a big red circle in the middle." Sarah smiled, her expression illuminated by the setting sun. Exactly. In Japan, the flag is called Nishoki, but it is more commonly known as Hinamaru, which means circle of the sun. Rose nodded, her gaze still fixed on the horizon. That's cool. I can see why they chose that design. The sun is such an important part of life. It also reminds me of the Polish flag. It has white and red too, but in horizontal stripes. Sarah looked curious. Oh, really? What do the colors mean? Rose grinned. The white represents peace and hope, while the red symbolizes the blood shed by those who fought for Poland's independence. It's a powerful combination, just like the sunset we're seeing now. Sarah nodded thoughtfully. That's amazing. It's like both flags are telling a story through their colors. Rose agreed. Exactly. And what a beautiful story it is. The Polish flag reminds us of both the struggles and the hopes of a nation, while the Japanese flag celebrates the life-giving power of the sun. Sarah smiled. It's fascinating how different cultures use colors to tell their stories. I never thought about it that way before. Rose looked back at the sunset. Me neither. But now, every time I see a sunset like this, I'll think of both the Polish and Japanese flags and the stories they tell. Sarah nodded. Me too. It's like we're seeing a little piece of history in the sky. Conor chuckled, finishing his apple. He, and there are no more apples. We are already eating our clues. Rose laughed, feeling a sense of friendship. Guys, let's go back home. Tomorrow, we'll head to the library and see what we can find out. With renewed energy, they hopped back onto their bikes, the setting sun casting long shadows behind them as they pedaled home. The night held endless possibilities, and they were prepared for whatever came their way. Just as they were about to turn the corner, a sudden gust of wind blew through the garden, scattering the flowers and rustling the tall grasses. A faint, ghostly whisper echoed through the air, sending a chill down their spines. Beware! The kids exchanged nervous glances. What did the whisper mean? They knew they had to find out, no matter what dangers lay ahead.